Pick the Nintendo Shack and pray. Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening says, yo.
Greetings, Koopalings. Welcome to this week's episode of the Nintendo Shack podcast, Alarmo and Teraleak. We have some really interesting news to talk about this week. There's actually a lot. We waited like a week and a half since the last time we recorded, and a lot has happened, especially in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
So we will talk about it. How are you doing now, Delvin? You survived all the hurricanes?
Yeah, doing pretty good. It's been a long week, but I'm here. You rocking? Time to get some Shaq.
Hell yeah. What about you, Donnie? How's life?
Good. Well, I mean, yeah, good. Yeah. Heartbreaker lost last night in the Buckeyes, but a hell of a game.
I saw that.
Watch
I felt
the
bad for
entire
you.
thing. Oh,
I don't like.
Here's the thing. I was having the time of my life last night.
That's good.
I was sitting down. I had it up like in the corner. I was playing Zelda. I was oddly, I was watching Woodstock like 99, like just had it kind of playing. I was just like feeling nostalgic. I was dabbling in the Snurts arts. So if the team was going to lose a heartbreaker, I was in great minds. I was like, oh, that sucks. They tried hard and like just kept playing Zelda. I woke up this morning. People are like, the coach needs to be fired. Everybody needs to be fired. I was like,
that's usually how it goes.
I used to live like that. I used to be on the edge like that with my sports teams, and I think I've tried to let that go over the years as I got older and older and older. So I tried. I'm not
a Phillies sports fan.
Yeah,
got to get used to the losses.
Cleveland
for a good team.
Like you
lose.
You get to give me zero mentoring in this regard. I'm a Cleveland sports fan.
Yep.
Yeah.
You understand.
The Indians got past Detroit, so suck it, Jeff Grubb. Your team goes home. My Windians move on. So they have to face the Yankees, which I feel like, I mean, it happens. It's like the story of an Indians fan entire career. It's like, we're good until we play the Yankees in the ALCS.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
It's like a buzzsaw, right? So
go like that for a lot of teams.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're the Yankees.
The Yankees.
What are you gonna do? They're the Yankees.
I appreciate the Knicks think they're the Yankees.
The Knicks fans, that's in their mind, they are the Yankees.
They think you are in fact not the Yankees. Come back down here. Come back to reality.
But yeah, outside of that, Halloween stuff, watching movies, setting up decorations. Decorations are almost finished. I'm waiting on a couple loose ends to come in via the mail.
You're gonna end up getting the Chucky thing we were talking about?
I'm really torn on it. Like my whole neighborhood knows me as the Chucky house, so I feel really compelled to buy it just because.
What is it?
Because I feel like people, if I don't buy it, people will be like, there's that thing. But it's so much money for what it is. It's like part of me wants to wait until like November 1st and then just buy it.
I'll tell you right now. It's two of them, Rebecca. One I saw yesterday. You can look it up in that deck. You can see in the deck in the forward chat. There's an animatronic. It's not even. I wouldn't even call it animatronic, but I guess it is on the loose end of it. It's an animatronic of Chucky that every time you pass by it, it says one of his phrases and waves a knife at you.
Thing. Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like something Donnie needs to have.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
Like I want it, but it's $200.
Oh.
The one that
is it large at least?
It is.
Yeah.
It's like 4 feet tall.
Okay.
The one that I saw yesterday was $40.
Yeah, that one's cheap.
Yeah, but he was ugly as fuck.
Yeah, it's not.
I was talking to my daughter. I said, should I get this and put this in front of the house? She was like, no, it's too ugly. And it's not ugly in a good way. She said, it doesn't look like Chucky.
Donnie, you could get the Chucky animatronic, or you could get 2 Alarmos.
Definitely the Chucky animatronic. I'm trying to find a deal on it. Like if I can find a deal and make myself feel better about buying it, I'll buy it. I'm just trying to find, like, can I get it, like close to Halloween? Are they gonna have like a clearance or something? Like, can I get it can I save
the day
30 or 40
after
bucks?
Halloween?
That's what I'm thinking.
It's going to be
I
like
hit the day after Halloween for like $150. I don't feel so bad about it.
yeah.
It's
Might
just
get it
it's a
cheaper
lot
than
for
that.
what it is because like the face is good and it talks and it moves, but the rest of the thing is like literally like this little bar that you just like put some clothes over. Like there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
You know, you look at it and you're like, I spent $40 putting this damn thing together.
Yeah, and the one I have has a body and stuff, but the face is fuck ugly. I was gonna get it like, that is like Chucky. It was like a crackhead.
I have that's the real thing. So like it doesn't get any better than him. You know, like
Yes.
having some, hot topic knockoff shit next to the real thing is terrible. So
Well, you'll have to post pictures of the finished house when everything is all set up.
yeah, I'm waiting for some lights to come in. Once we can finish the lighting, I'm done. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
Y'all don't have any kids by that coffee table.
I read the plot summary of the coffee table, and y'all really talked that up. It was not that bad.
You need to watch them.
I'm not going to watch it, but...
Well, then don't give us your opinion on it.
Yes. It's quite differently watching it.
Okay.
It's pretty great.
I beat Echoes of Wisdom this week, guys.
Wow.
That's great.
I'm very close to 100%ing it. I need a couple more heart pieces, a couple more mic crystals, and then I think I've got everything. I love this game very much.
Same.
So far, I'm liking it a lot.
So much so, in fact, I don't think I've gotten a chance to do this on this show yet.
You got it!
Yep.
I do.
Yay!
Yeah. Zelda Light.
I knew you had to get it.
So pretty.
What case is that? That's a really nice case.
It's some case I got on Amazon. The reason I got it is so you could still see the back plate. It's just like a little,
Can you send me the link to that so I can buy one?
Absolutely. And it's cheap. It's like $8.
Yeah, good. I
got a screen protector and, I want to protect it. Yeah, I very much, Rebecca, I talked about it on PSVG a little bit. I tweeted about it on Threads. The more I played this game, about a week ago, I was like, this is my favorite 2D Zelda game, which felt like a really big like proclamation. It's not something I was expecting like with this game. It also felt like hyperbolic. You're thinking like Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds. Like, oh man, is it? And the more I play it, I'm like, no, but it is my favorite. Like I can feel like I can resoundingly say that.
Wow,
that's great.
I'm so happy to hear that.
And once I got there, I was like, I kind of want the light. Like I held on. Like, had I been able to pre-order the light the day it was announced, I would have, because we talked about on the show. I love the design, the gold. I was like, it's gorgeous. I want it. And then as they made us wait for it, I was like, but what if I don't like the game? I've had that happen a couple times where I've bought a system and the game didn't hit for me, and then you feel worse about having the system. And so I was like, I don't know. And then I fell in love with the game, and I was like, now I have to have it. I have been. Yeah, I've been carrying it with me to work. Oh, yeah.
Even though it's not an OLED.
I've actually been going back and forth. I've been going from the Mario Switch on the dock, and I play on the TV, and then I pick up the light. Or like I was listening to Woodstock and playing the light on the chair. The automatic cloud save thing makes it very easy. I was just kind of hopping back and forth.
Let me ask you a question,
right.
Donnie.
It's not an OLED. That's true, but it's very cozy. like it's very cozy and comfortable to hold. Like I kind of love playing on the light. It's very nice.
I'm curious because you keep bringing up this Woodstock. Who was at Woodstock '99?
Oh, everybody. I mean, just anybody you think who was making music in '99. I mean, it was like 4 days. There's like lots of documentaries and stuff about how terrible and everything it ended up going.
Oh,
so I just always kind of every so often I like listen to it. I watch like a lot of
this one.
I watch like a lot of like I like watching like music festivals. Like we used to have I'm gonna sound very old all of a sudden, but cable TV used to have a channel called Palladia. And like that's all they kind of played was like music festivals. So you'd see like the Killers of like Glastonbury and all these like famous venues like around the world. And like I've always kind of enjoyed watching it. So
I Googled Woodstock 99 and right after the Wikipedia link, it says Netflix, watch Trainwreck.
Yeah, there's several documentaries have come out in recent years. It's very like nostalgic and in vogue at the moment.
So
Because you remember what it was like, right? I mean, we were all there. You were old enough, Rebecca. I felt like you would have been squarely kind of in that demo.
I do not remember anything about it.
I was 5.
Okay, Delvin, that makes sense to me because it was very, very white.
I was 5.
Well, I was reading about it right now. Apparently, Al Green was supposed to be there.
Yeah, James Brown was there. DMX was there. He had
That is dope.
No. You need to watch a clip. I don't want to talk about what happened with DMX, but just go look it up. You'll see it.
Was he high?
No, probably, yeah, but that's not it. Okay. He gets the crowd of substantial size, like 100,000, mostly white, saying a word over and over again.
Oh, that sounds like DMX. That sounds like X.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that music, right? It's Korn, it's Limp Bizkit, it's Sheryl Crow, it's Jewel, it's Moby was there, DMX was there.
That sounds fun.
Like it's 1999. Insane Clown Posse. It's like if you grew up, if you're oh God, it feels old saying I feel old just speaking. If you're my age and you grew up like that's that music. It's the music that was going on at the time. So
that sounds like a really fun show.
It's a great thing to like listen to if you're into that music. It's also just like a time capsule of like that moment in time.
Music.
Yeah.
I like that.
We'll never go back to that.
No.
And it's like everybody hates MTV and everybody hates pop music and MTV's there, so they're like throwing shit at them and stuff, and then it goes very south and everybody starts burning everything down and like it's people get super mad.
I think it's a little ironic that
yes, Yarden. That is when the Chili Peppers and the crowd burned down the venue, and that is why it's called Trainwreck.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it's a little ironic that people hated MTV back then, and now we're like, we kind of miss MTV.
Well, no, I mean but they don't miss that MTV. They don't miss Carson Daly's MTV. They miss
we missed
1993's MTV. Yeah,
yes, we missed the music aspect
concept of it. Yeah,
which is why I liked Palladia. And now that went away and everything, and it's like I'm like unless you're like searching for stuff on YouTube, it's like hard to find like stuff like that unless you're like actually trying to find it. So
yeah.
That was a broadcast music festival. It's easy to watch, so I just throw it on the background while I'm doing other things. So
I'll check it out.
Kind of tune in. Yeah, Lit was there, Live was there, I think Green Day was there, The Offspring was there. Like everybody was there.
Can I talk about Zelda?
No,
please get me off of this. How old I am rant.
What do you think? This is a Nintendo podcast?
I know we're not supposed to talk about Nintendo games on this podcast. Yeah. I can't remember if I said this last time or not because I don't remember how far I was, but I think that I did the order of the dungeons in the second half of the game in the wrong order because
I do too.
The last one I did was by far the easiest of the 3.
Same. That's the one I did last night.
And the first one I did, I think, was the hardest one, and the middle one had the best story of the 3. So I wish that I did it in a different order. Personally, if I were doing it over again, if you're listening, listeners, and you haven't done it yet, do it in the order that the game kind of suggests you do it, because I think that is probably for the best.
I must have missed that suggestion along the way. I just kind of went in a direction. It's funny. Without you saying it, I think we played it exactly the same way.
Wait, can we just say, like, because I don't feel like it's a spoiler at this
beating
point
around
about,
the bush.
like, where the dungeons are. So I went to Fair and Wetlands first, and that dungeon I think was the hardest one of the 3.
It's so when I was in that one, it was the first one I played too. When I was in that one, I was like, yo, this is proper dungeoning. This is like for real dungeon.
It reminded me of the Skull Woods in A Link to the Past because like you have to go outside a lot, you have to go down holes outside.
Lots of different floors, lots of different connecting rooms. I was like, yo, this is proper. Like this is Forest Temple level stuff. Like this is legit.
Yeah.
And then as I kept playing the others, I was like, because after having played the first one, I didn't play the second one for a moment because I was like, okay, am I like ready and in the mood to sit down and play dungeon? And then I played it and I was like, oh, that wasn't nearly as bad as the other one. And then the other one I finished in like 4 minutes. I was like, yo, this is baby's first dungeon.
You went to Hebra.
Yeah, it's so funny. We played it exactly the same way.
I loved the story lead up to that one. The character that you meet, I won't spoil it. I literally was crying. Like, I love and cherish that character so much. What a great character they introduced. The dungeon was like kind of medium hard, like nice one.
It's really about the lead up to it.
Yeah, the lead up to it was tough. It was like a trek.
Like that dungeon in Tears of the Kingdom, right? It's not so much about the dungeon, it's
a trek up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, the Elden one, first of all, the story was stupid. No offense. Yeah. It was dumb. And the dungeon, you're right. It was so easy. It was like, should have been like in the first half of the, of the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was a really disappointing final dungeon to do before the end. And then did you beat the game, Donnie, or not yet?
I literally beat the Elden dungeon and turned it off. Like I beat it. I think I'm sitting. I think my Switch is on hibernate, like right next to the heart piece. Like I beat it, the heart piece is it, and I was like, that's good, and I turned it off.
I'm curious about your thoughts of the final boss. Maybe we can talk about that next week. Give people a little bit more time. There's 3 dungeons in the first half, XBS, and then there is the Hyrule Castle kind of middle point way. And then there's 3 more dungeons that you can do in any order that we just talked about. And then kind of the end game dungeon.
There's tons of side quests. There's like little mini bosses and little mini dungeons.
There's some optional mini dungeons.
You have all the rifts that you can do, which I encourage. Did you capture a Lionel? Because I did.
I did. It was my. I didn't until post game though. Actually.
Oh, I've had it for 2 of the final 3 dungeons.
That's gonna make everything so easy for you.
It's so easy.
It's overpowered.
I love having this little dude around. It's so funny.
I got it post game, and
I use him in the rifts. He's great for those flying enemies, which I always hate because you have to shoot arrows or get spear thing. Like you wait. So what I do is I just spawn him and then attach to him and then just hang him out in the air. like yo, go kill this guy.
He can't be frozen, so like he's great if you try to like go against ice enemies.
I caught him before the transition in the second. I had him very early. I came across a TikTok and it was like, "Did you know you could?" I was like, "I want to do that." I've been doing a lot of that stuff too. Like I have all my bottles.
Everything's gonna be.
I have a lot of those things. Well, that's how I play these games. I like trying to min max and do all that.
I will just say that I think that the final boss was a little too easy. I thought it was a cool fight, but it was a little too easy. Like I was hoping it would be like kind of rough. Like the Minish Cap's final boss is rough. That's a hard boss fight. The Ganon at the end of A Link to the Past, that's a hard boss fight.
Yeah.
This was not a hard boss fight. Unless I'm
Link
just
to the Past,
gamer.
all
Maybe
of their
other
bosses are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not all of them, but like a lot of them are really challenging, or at least, they have some merit. They're not like so easy.
Yeah. People are bringing up in a lot of the other 2D games, like Seasons and Ages have a really hard final boss. Like I feel like with the consistency of how tough the final bosses are in the top-down Zelda games, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more challenge with this one. Unless I'm just like amazing at it and everyone else had a hard time and I didn't.
No, I would agree. I think it's on the easier side of games for sure. Yeah. It's not super difficult.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I don't think it necessarily needs to be. I mean, you could always play in master mode if you want. Like you can always just
maybe I will. Maybe my second playthrough I will do a hero mode.
I mean, I've died a few times. Not as much anymore. I haven't died in a long time because I have 4 fairies.
There was a certain point that I stopped dying.
Yeah, and I've got like 15 hearts, and yeah.
And you know how to utilize like the bed and the potion.
Yeah.
Delvin, have you played more of it? You're muted. He does not want to tell us about Zelda.
He's like, I haven't played it at all.
Very conveniently muted during the part where we're asking him about Zelda.
Professionals.
Oh yeah,
episode 346 of this. He's yet to unmute. He still cannot mute.
I think his computer muted him. He's trying to figure it out and doesn't know.
Okay. Well, we'll wait for him to come back to us somehow.
I only see on his thing Echoes of Wisdom, so I'm assuming that he played a ton of it and is very eager to talk about it.
That would be nice. That'd be nice. He wants to talk about I forgot. I didn't even write it down. He's been asking me to tell him about Looney Tunes for like 2 weeks now. I did get the Looney Tunes game and we get to talk about it. I keep forgetting about it.
Hey, Hey, Backyard Baseball 97 released, and I held off on buying it because I am doing a thing with crowd control. They're going to send me a key to play it with crowd control next week.
Very cool.
So that'll be like a kind of a fun way to revisit one of my favorite games. And they announced that some of the other Backyard Sports games are going to be coming.
They're making. Are they going to make new ones or just porting the old ones? Because I don't really want to go back to
They're porting.
I was hoping when they were doing all the buzz, I was thinking we were getting a new game.
No. I like the old ones. Delvin.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
That's weird. It was saying I wasn't muted. I don't know what happened. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I played some of it. I haven't played enough to talk about it extensively because, this weekend was my daughter's birthday. So I was spending time with her being a mediocre dad.
No, that was me yesterday. My daughter's homecoming, and the dress she picked out this year is like essentially just lingerie.
Oh.
And my daughter came through. She's like, "Do you like it?" And we was like, "It's something." And apparently that caused a whole fucking thing. I was like, then why even ask?
Yes, it looks beautiful.
No, I'm not gonna say that if that's not what I think. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
It caused the whole thing, and I
can imagine Donnie in this conversation.
Just don't ask. No. She's like, I can't believe you don't like it. I'm like, I'm not supposed to like it. You want to wear a dress that pushes I'm your dad. I'm not supposed to like it.
I support your daughter. I think you messed up.
Well, we always mess up. That's how that works.
Yeah, it's facts.
Yeah.
If I had said it was the greatest thing I've ever seen, she would have been like, I don't believe you. So
well, you can't say it like that either. That's not believable.
She should have ran out the room.
And here's the funny: I didn't say anything. I just said I was like, it's a dress. Like I didn't. I tried.
Horrible. That is the wrong answer.
I tried my best to not give an you don't want to hear what I actually think about it, so I'll just say this, and that was also.
You're supposed to say, "Wow, you look beautiful."
All the time.
You
forever.
don't have to mention the dress. You can say.
I did. I said it. I did tell her. I was like, you look pretty.
Well, it's
Dress
the
aside.
way you said it. It's not what you say, Donnie. It's how you say it.
Oh shit! My microphone or my Rebecca's stare destroyed my webcam.
That's how that works.
No, you're not.
Can you still hear me?
We can hear you. She gave you the Luigi death stare.
She wants your approval, and you need to talk about how beautiful she is. She can look beautiful in any dress, and she picked a dress that she looks beautiful.
Not lingerie. Absolutely not.
I feel bad now that I even weighed in on Delvin. Delvin, how was your daughter's birthday?
It was good. We took her to some restaurant called Boca, and she had this milkshake that she loves. And
Boca or Boba?
Boca.
Okay, so my daughter loves boba tea.
Oh, bubble tea's good. My daughter loves that too. This restaurant cost me about $200.
Look at this! Look at this shit in the chat. Oh my god.
No. Look at G-Man. Relax. That's my job. Teraleak, she looks pretty.
$200 restaurant. What did she order?
A bunch of shit. Once you know Dad's paying for it, you order everything.
Well, it's her birthday. She deserves it. I support your daughter.
Correct. Yes. And then I took her to the mall where she wasted more of my money. Me money!
She spent it as deserved for her birthday.
She bought a whole bunch of stuff, and she was very happy. And I was very poor. So that's how that usually goes.
Yeah.
It was a fun week, though. We had fun.
Good.
She had fun. She bought a whole bunch of stuff. I bought nothing because I'm poor. I did get Silent Hill. I'm playing that, but that's not to talk about here.
I heard people are enjoying it.
It's very good. Bloober Team did an excellent job on it.
I think Donnie has left us.
I appreciate that he's still in that same frozen screen that he was.
I see his internet, the little Wi-Fi bar has gone down.
You killed him, Rebecca.
I did.
You finally did it.
So mad about the dress.
You killed him. Because he didn't know how to just let it go, let his daughter have her moment. He just told her.
It killed him. That's finally what took Donnie.
I knew it was going to happen one day. Didn't know it was going to happen on the pod.
While we wait for him to come back, I feel like this next week is going to be a lot for me because I was just talking about I've got to do the backyard baseball stream with crowd control, which is fine. That's a one-off thing.
Okay.
Mario Party comes out this week. I've already got it preloaded because I did the voucher thing with Echoes of Wisdom. So that's coming out. A bunch of people are going to want to play a Mario Party.
Yeah.
Are you getting that game, Mario Party?
Probably. I think my kids
Eventually.
probably want to play it, so I'll probably get it.
And then also, this is the early week for Life is Strange double exposure. If you buy the like deluxe digital package or whatever, you can play the first 2 episodes 2 weeks early.
And how much is the deluxe digital package?
Too much, Delvin. It's too much money. It's like
What?
double the price. I think it's like $100-something.
Oh, fuck that.
I think it's like 100. I think it's 99. I don't know how much it is.
Absolutely not. I'm not doing that.
You get extra cat content, so I need to get it.
I don't need cat content.
I'm so upset. And
I
you know
get
what
no
else
pussy.
I'm upset about? One of my best friends who plays Life is Strange, that we talk about Life is Strange together, is not getting it the 2 weeks early because he wants to save money and he has like midterms for school this week. So he's not getting it early. And who am I supposed to talk to about it? I got to talk to Donnie. Better be getting it early. Is Donnie
Jordan
getting it
says
early?
it's $80. Donnie's not getting it. If it's $80, I'll get it. But
Donnie-
100, nah.
Donnie's not getting it.
He's not gonna get it right now immediately. He's gonna get it like eventually.
Well, I hope Haley is because I have no one to
Oh,
talk to
Haley's
about it.
definitely getting it. Back to the same screen. What happened?
He's still not here.
But yeah, Haley's definitely getting it.
But I have
I'm gonna
to
get
it
it.
early. You are? You're gonna get it early?
If it's $80, I'll get it for $80.
Okay.
If it's $100, no. $80, I'll do it for $80.
Because I don't want to I don't want to get spoiled about the first 2 episodes because you know people will be posting stuff online.
Yes, they will. Because people are awful. I think is he back?
I don't.
No,
I
he's
don't
not
know.
back.
I don't think so.
It's just the what happened?
I've tried everything. Can you hear me?
Not here.
Can you hear me at all?
We can hear you, but it's just like a ghost is talking to us.
Yeah, I've tried everything. I can't.
This is amazing.
I can't get it back. I don't know what's
Your
happening.
Wi-Fi is still on negative.
Yeah, that's not. I think that's just because the camera signal's not there. I've tried getting it back, and
But we can hear you. That's fine. We can hear you, so that's all that matters.
I can leave, but I'm afraid if I leave the show, it'll like screw up the whole stream.
Probably. That's why I say just stay on. We can hear you. That's all we need. We just need to hear you.
We don't.
All right,
we
I'll
don't
just
need
turn,
to see
I'll
it.
turn the camera.
We know how you look.
That one frame. You should just keep that one frame on there. That'll be really
That
funny.
was hilarious.
The crazy thing is, I can pull up the webcam on my computer, and it works. Like it's working.
See, right now it just showed the PSVG sign, which is also fine.
Because I turned it off. But like on my computer, if I pull up the Logitech software, I can see myself. The camera's totally working.
I don't
It's
know
just
what
for
it is.
whatever reason when I try to add it to the stream, nothing.
I don't know what it is.
Blame
Maybe
Melon.
it thinks that you're using it somewhere else, and it's like, no.
Maybe so. It's possible.
Anyway, I was just talking, Donnie. I don't know if you heard about double exposure. Are you getting it early this week?
What is that?
Life is Strange.
No, I'm not planning on playing that game anytime soon.
See, told you.
Because
Okay.
I gotta finish Echoes, and then
I'm gonna get it early, Rebecca.
I gotta play Silent Hill, and I've already got Mario Party, and I haven't finished Plucky Squire, and I haven't done Lollipop, and I have Shadows of the Damned.
All right, me and Delvin and Haley will talk about it then.
I thought we already establish that? I mean, we've
We
done
did.
this.
We really.
Yeah.
But
But I'm just sad because my best friend isn't getting it early.
See, what happened, Donnie, was
Not
she
me.
wants to play it early. Because if you buy the special edition, you can play it 2
Yeah,
weeks
you
early.
can play 2 episodes 3 weeks early or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's what she wanted everybody to do. So she
I
wanted to pay more
I don't
money
want to be
for it.
spoiled.
Do you think like reviewers? Do you think they have the full game, or
I think
or
so.
are they
I would
also
hope so.
only getting to play a couple episodes early?
I would hope so.
Yeah, me too. I hope it's good. I have no idea where
I hope it is,
to
too.
land on that game at the moment. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, or I have no idea.
I feel like this is the one that you can't really mess up. Like this is the one that the story that people want, so you kind of have to get this right.
There's already a ton of people online who are pissed off that they are just assuming that Chloe Price isn't in it in any way. Yeah, people are pissed off.
The whole franchise. Every time any Life is Strange game comes out, you can just start by there's already a group of people pissed off on the internet. Like for some reason, it's already happening.
Yeah. That's just
all right, let's go. Let's get to the news because I'm going to see The Wild Robot today at 2:00.
Fantastic.
I didn't finish the games that we're playing. I didn't get to talk about Looney Tunes.
Oh my God, talk about Looney Tunes.
Or House of the Dead or Luigi's Mansion 2.
Hurry up.
Wow.
Seems like I want to go watch this movie. Fantastic movie, by the way.
Looney Tunes is not like super great. It's pretty shallow. It's a mill game. It's what you expect it to be. It's fun. Like it is fun. It is the zany power ups and shit and playing basketball and you're like slamming people with anvils and stealing the ball and shit. It's fun. I'm glad I didn't pay nearly full price for it.
So it's an upper tier game mill game.
I would say that.
Because there's a game mill game. Then there's a game mill game.
No, it's not trash. It's just very simple and bare bone. Like just don't expect a whole lot.
I'll play that then.
It is what you think it is. Like it is what it says it is. There's nothing more or less to it.
That sounds fun. That sounds like something I can play with the kids and have fun with.
It is like even Jack was like kind of laughing. Like it's got the Looney Tunes like like and it's zany and Runner comes by and anvils fall and explosions and Acme and you're like this is baseball? Like what the like this there is stuff like that. Like I was playing golf and I was playing like just golf, like hit it in the fairway, hit it on the green. Roadrunner hit it into like a tent and then it like landed on the green somehow. I was like, what the like there's stupid stuff like that to
Let me see. I gotta ask this question. Is there a gag when you hit the golf ball, it blows up in your face?
I think they're like cutscenes, they're animations that do that.
They have to do that.
Yeah.
It has to be something they put in the game.
Elmer Fudd does that.
Of course, that.
And I picked up House of the Dead Remake for like $4. I picked up a bunch of games on sale last week on the eShop. I posted on Discord. I spent $20, got like 8 games. House of the Dead Remake was one of them. It doesn't run super great, but it does have a performance mode. Interesting thing about that game is that they let you do the light gun shooting with the touch screen if you want, which makes playing it a lot better, like especially on like a portable system than like trying to do it on stick. So that actually made it somewhat enjoyable. I've been enjoying that, kind of getting into the spooky spirit. And then because of that, I picked up Luigi's Mansion 2. It was on there was a sale, I think at Target, and I picked it up. So I'll be looking to play that here in a couple of weeks when I beat Zelda. What happened? What happened off screen?
Josh is snoring.
Oh okay. Snorlax. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the news. Yeah? No?
Yeah.
Different. Okay.
Is that me? Am I reading? Was that me? Is that supposed to be me?
No. I just didn't know if like we were all ready, if like anybody else.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to the news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Nintendo's making an alarm clock that they've called Alarmo. If you guys remember, there was this FCC filing a few weeks back about a motion capturing device. People were like, what could it be? Maybe it's a Switch 2 and it's a controller, and it's an alarm clock that they've called Alarmo.
Everyone is waiting for Nintendo to announce the Switch 2, new hardware, and they're like,
they gave us new hardware. That's right.
Well, it is new hardware.
It features a number of sounds and scenes from Nintendo games. It also reacts to your body movement. So like you can snooze the alarm by gesturing at it, and like when it's playing and you're trying to wake up, if you move, like it'll make sounds like coins will pop or Splatoon gun noises will happen. Quote,
I love waking up to gunshots.
If you stay in bed too long, if you stay in bed too long, your alarm will get more intense and you'll get a visit from someone more persuasive, like Bowser showing up telling you to get the fuck out of bed.
I kind of like that.
Nintendo says it has 35 scenes from 5 games, and those games include Pikmin 4, Ring Fit Adventure, Splatoon 3, Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild. More alarms will be available via updates, including Mario Kart 8 and Animal Crossing New Horizons. So they have more themes for this fucking alarm clock than the Switch has 8 years into the damn life of the Switch.
I think Pikmin would be nice to wake up to. I like that one.
The only one on here that I would set would be Animal Crossing, personally.
Animal Crossing or Pikmin?
Alarmo will be available in the United States and Canada in 2025 for $100. But wait, there's more. if you subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online, you can buy it first. You get to get in first. So like, get excited.
Some people have it already.
Japan and the Nintendo New York store have already sold out of allotments.
It's $100. I don't think you could pay me to use this product, Donnie.
Yeah, I was wondering to know what you guys thought, because when this was announced, I opened up socials and did a quick scroll, and I saw a dozen of our friends and or similar outlets that are excited and getting it, and I felt bad. As I said, Discord, I don't want to be the dev of the situation, but like this had big Xbox cassette player toaster energy. I was like, what the fuck is even this? Why? Are we serious? Is this what we're talking about? We're gonna try to sell $100 alarm clocks? I hated this news personally.
I thought this was stupid.
I couldn't even, I could not be remotely less interested. I like the price, the NSO tie-in, just the idea, like literally the idea. It's like, you know what people want? Splatoon blaring. Like when you wake up in the morning, are you out of your damn mind? You gotta be, that's ridiculous. Like I can only wait for somebody to like smash their $100 alarm clock as it goes off and does the wrong theme or something. This is just, I don't know. I don't want to like just hate. I don't want to just be a hater for no reason.
I think that you can set your phone to play Nintendo music if you.
Of course you can. Yeah. Like who's buying $100 alarm clocks that it doesn't even charge your phone? Like what are we talking about here?
I find it a little odd, not gonna lie, that it connects to the internet and has a camera pointed on your bed on your movements at all time. How do I know Doug Bowser is not spying on me when I sleep?
There was some
Bowser's not spying you while you sleep.
Exactly.
Oh. Well, like Doug Bowser's definitely spying on me sleeping. He's like,
definitely. You do kind of like Peach.
There was a fine print that said if you sleep in a bed with more than one person, like the motion tracking may not work. So they've also made an alarm clock for only single people.
So it's basically
like if you're in a couple at all, like this shit just doesn't work, right?
Like, hey, if you're fucking, this alarm clock won't work.
Hey, Delvin, now that's something I didn't think about. Imagine a Mario coin every thrust. Bing, 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 bing. I mean, hey, there's some added ability
Someone's gonna make a mod for that.
Oh, the mods are gonna be through the roof on this thing. People are gonna have fun with this.
My problem with this whole thing is you have Alexa. You can kind of do all these things with Amazon Alexa.
Right.
Yeah. And it's already in your house.
You can't even talk to this. It's not even that smart.
Yeah.
Like this is the cheapest way of doing this, and they're charging $100 for doing it. Like you can buy 5 Alexas for this thing.
Yeah.
How many Alexas can you buy instead of this alarm clock?
Someone was telling me in my chat yesterday about how, typing in your Wi-Fi password, you have to like spin the dial for every letter.
Oh, fuck that.
They don't even have like an app or something you can tie into your phone to do it. Like they got to, this whole thing is absurd.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I have no idea why this is happening, but you know what? It won't stop people from buying it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's the craziest thing.
I may buy one.
There's, of course.
You're gonna buy one?
Maybe just to have in the house, not to use, just to have in the house.
Why?
In the box.
That's the problem. That's why they do this. Stop.
Of course, no. You got to buy more. You got to support.
Oh my god!
Support Nintendo.
I do like that Nintendo
this
is
why we
still
get toasters.
Doing their wacky type of things. Like we have cardboard, and we had all these wacky devices that they've made through the years. And I think that this is just. I love that Nintendo's still being a little wacky like that. Is this something I would buy and use? Absolutely not. This sounds like I would sleep. Here's what would happen. I would sleep through it. I am the heaviest sleeper. I sleep through every type of alarm there is. This would not work on me, and it would just annoy everybody else around me.
Counter Pug, I never want to see you use the term lickety split ever again.
Lickety split. It's crazy this thing doesn't tie into Pokemon Sleep at all.
Right?
They have completely different sleep products that don't do anything together.
They don't care about that.
What is happening?
It would be cool if it connected and like you wake up and you can see the Pokemon you caught on the alarm clock.
Something, like that. Like at least then I would maybe understand the reasoning. Like this, I so badly when I'm like, why did you bring this to market? Like
maybe it would wake you up with your Pokemon cries that you caught. Like it would like make sound to the Pokemon.
They're gonna have some updates in this thing, and everybody gonna want it then. Oh, you get Nintendo.
I can't wait for the stability updates. Your alarm clock stable update. So many stability updates. I can't believe that has themes. We don't have themes.
Yeah.
Make a device, sell 150 million of them, 0 themes.
Yeah.
Make a device completely about themes, charge $100.
Damn right. It's brilliant.
That's so Nintendo.
And it's going to sell out. It's going to be popular. It's going to make
because of people like you.
Goddamn
Stop.
Right. I'm going to buy it, hold on to it, and one day sell it for like $1,000.
Yeah. That's why
there will be in
right
like
now.
25 years, like in some article that's like obscure Nintendo products you forgot about.
Yeah. Probably. Not if everybody buys it, like everybody is. My Nintendo fandom has limits. I love Nintendo, but not enough to fucking buy an alarm clock. That's ridiculous.
But it has Mario on it.
It has no utility to my life whatsoever.
You got to wake up in the morning.
Yeah, I have a phone. I have a phone.
Don't you guys have phones?
Yeah, like the rest of the world, I have a phone.
But you don't have Bowser yelling at you to get up.
This thing doesn't even charge your phone. Like, there's not even. Is there a port that you can charge your phone with it?
It's $99 and it doesn't come with a power brick, by the way.
Oh, you gotta buy a power brick for it?
Yeah, you gotta have your own power brick.
You cheap fuck, Nintendo.
I tried to tell you, man. Like, what do you not understand about this?
That's funny.
They're like,
this is hilarious.
They're like, you got it. You're fine. You've got it. You've got a cable.
I'm quite sure you got some around the house.
Yeah, you've got a USB-C. We've sold you 18 of them in the last 3 years. Like, you've got one. There's no need for this.
Oh, man, that's funny. I love this story. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah,
so
it's very bizarre. But,
I keep reading it as Alamo.
The Alamo. Remember the Alamo?
Yeah.
Yeah, even the name. What the fuck? Alarmo? Alarmo.
It's like Labo, Alarmo.
Now, see, if it was cardboard and it was Labo, that maybe I could actually get behind. I'm like,
a cardboard alarm clock? Get out of here.
Yeah, I like it.
But at least it would have been $100. Actually, they may have charged $100 for it.
They would have 100% charged $100 for it.
And my cat would chew it.
Because you remember that Game Builder garage thing they had? Like, I could see them, like, you Labo that damn thing together and then, like, you program it yourself.
Oh, my God.
There's like a little circuit board in there, and the game shows you how to like connect the wires.
Oh God!
Wow. So yeah, that's a news story that happened this week.
Let's talk about the bigger news from the past.
This happened yesterday.
Hours.
Dubbed the Teraleak. A massive leak has struck Game Freak. Game Freak was hacked. Apparently, this happened in August, and as much as a terabyte of data was stolen. The person got access through a phished Game Freak employee's
Can you imagine
account.
being that employee? He clicked on a phishing link on his email.
That employee's name is on a lot of this leaked stuff. So, like, not only does the leaker know his name, like everybody knows his name.
He's like gonna kill himself.
I hope not.
Knowing employees in Japan, he probably will.
I mean, we might want to put him on watch or something. Like, he's got to feel terrible. And that's we actually we had the ransomware at my work earlier this year, right? And I talked about that. We had an employee who got their account got phished, and I was like, I feel terrible for that employee. You got to feel so responsible, but like it literally could have been anybody. That didn't feel fair.
Yeah.
So a lot of this is like a lot of it's translated. I don't know how much confirmation there is, but like I'm just going to tell you what's being shared, and we'll see how much.
I added a couple lines to it to the.
Switch 2 reportedly has a code name internally with a company called Ounce. So we had Project Cafe and now we have Ounce. Ounce is Switch 2 to go along with NX and all the other code names of the years. Source code and beta builds for Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black 2, White 2 have all leaked. So we may have official PC ports come out of this as folks like rebuild actual official source code. Codename Synapse is a battle-focused multiplayer game jointly developed by Game Freak and Ilka. Leakers say it has a Splatoon-like game, whatever that means. Imagine some sort of squad-based thing. Yeah,
it sounds similar to Unite, but I guess like not an MMO.
The next Pokemon generation was also obtained, with Gen 10 being referred to as Gaia. It's being developed for both Nintendo Switch and Switch 2, having the 2 version code names of K and N. So we're going full on Horizon here with Pokemon. Any thoughts? No.
Horizon.
Sorry, yeah, guy. I was in. Never mind.
Yes.
Leaker has more information on Gaia and Legends EA, but they said they won't release it because those games haven't released yet, and they don't want to impact the releases of those games. So Leaker, while leaking everything, shows admiration and not leaking things in the future.
Also, not leaking employee personal information. That is
I'll be respectful.
How ethical of you, Leaker?
How you be respectfully leaking shit?
Right. They're like, yeah, we're not going to talk about the next game, but here's the next movie.
Yeah, we have morals here.
I'm a good guy. Yeah, what the fuck?
Leaks so us, we have morals.
It'll come out, I'm sure.
Mega Zygarde is happening as well as Mega Zeraora. I didn't throw those in there. Did you throw those in?
Did, yeah.
Okay. Originally was planned for this year. Imagery and files. Oh, okay. Imagery and files were for multiple like canceled games. Really, there's like lots of screenshots of like canceled DS games, a 3DS game. The Great Detective Pikachu, a movie sequel that's been in development since 21, was originally planned for release this year. Unclear if it's been delayed or canceled. They also released I think I saw a plot summary for like the next Pokemon game or movie, like the next big Pokemon movie
in detail.
Like the whole thing.
Very like extreme detail. Like here's what happens in this scene, this scene, this scene, this scene, and then the ending. And then
apparently, at least at one point, they were discussing only having the original 151 for that movie. So it's almost like a throwback of sorts.
Yeah.
With lots of beta Pokemon designs, you can see.
I love seeing that kind of stuff. Like, the designs that could have been, things that got changed around.
This is the type of stuff I'd love to see, like in the museum and stuff. Like talk about, what was on the cutting room floor and whatnot.
Exactly.
They're very secretive over all of this sort of things. Lots of meetings, charts, graphs. Gen 3's water starter was originally a bunny rabbit with an inflatable tube for a waist. And then I did see this morning. Game Freak did put out a statement confirming the leak or the hack, focusing on an apology regarding the leaked employees' personal information. Game Freak, they stated that 2,600 employees were accessed by an unauthorized individual in August of 2024.
I hope that stuff doesn't get leaked out. Like, that's not...
I've seen people release for that original pathway in because it's the personal employee's names on so much stuff that's already been out.
I feel so bad because I feel like there's crazy people who are like mad about them.
Yeah, and they'll
like going after Pal World and stuff, and they'll like go after individual employees that have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it's like leak the game or the past game, but like leave the employee. Like you could have redacted that.
I hope that stuff stays personal.
That would have been like some actual, morality play instead of this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is sadly this is like
this is one of the biggest like leaks that I can remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's becoming the new norm, right? It's happened to Rockstar, it's happened to BioWare, and it's happened to Pokemon. Like this is becoming more and more and more of a thing. So I would expect, if they're not already, which I presume they are, everybody's got to start locking down and thinking about stricter security.
Yeah, sad. It sucks.
Trying to fortify those assets. Especially with games, like you need remote tools, right? People need to be able to access. They need to work together. You can't keep it like all in building, So
yeah,
it's pretty tough.
Very unfortunate. I feel really bad for that employee.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's cool, like you said. It's cool seeing stuff like assets and things that we don't normally get to see, but
I love seeing all the beta stuff, all the beta designs. Like I'm obsessed.
Like that'd have been a cool thing to put in like another game as concept art and things like that on their terms.
I wish that they would put out like books of this kind of stuff, or like put it in the museum, or like
collector's guides.
Yeah, I would pay money to like see this kind of stuff, and now it's
do
just
a little documentary
out there.
Yeah, I like
how to build a Pokemon, how to build a Pokemon game. But they're not like Nintendo's very like the Iwata's asks was like a big part of that, like them finally opening up and like letting developers have any sort of airtime. Like they've been very restrictive over that. They don't want you to know what their studios are called or their employees' names. Like they want to keep everything very anonymous and just focused on the characters and the products.
Yeah.
And then you see the way on social media, some of these folks get treated. Like I can't necessarily say I disagree with them. I would understand that approach. We want to keep that, anonymity in house. I would understand.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Nintendo also held a secret playtest sign up this week as they announced the Nintendo Switch Online playtest program. With Nintendo saying, Nintendo did not say what it is those that were selected will be playing, only that, quote, it's related to a new feature for the Nintendo Switch Online service. There was a sign-up page that you could go to at like 10 o'clock in the morning someday this week, and it closed in seconds. I think it was at like 10 a.m., and if I didn't try it, but I followed, I saw several people that did, and like apparently
I tried.
it closed.
The millisecond it opened.
I knew that was going to be a shit show.
Read the next line. Read the next line in the notes.
Oh, Rebecca is not happy for any listeners that were selected. It should have been her.
Should have been me.
Johnny, the millisecond I refreshed. As soon as the clock changed,
it was over.
I refreshed and I clicked apply, and it immediately popped up not selected.
That's what I've seen on like threads. People were like, "What the hell happened?" Like as soon as they clicked, it didn't work. I knew that was gonna.
The first 10,000.
I knew that was gonna. Like I was like, no, I'm not even gonna try. What a nightmare. We'll all find out what it is.
You know what is the worst part is one of my friends got in who hasn't even played any Nintendo games this year.
That's awesome. That's hilarious.
I'm so mad.
Whatever it is, it's around 2.2 gigabytes and it goes out October 21st. Nintendo asks players not to share. We'll all find out within seconds on the 21st, whatever this is. What do you think it is? What do you want it to be? Maybe it's a better question.
I've seen lots of speculation that it's something about like achievements for the next Switch or like streaming like GameCube games for the Switch 2. I don't know.
Streaming? Why would they stream?
I hope it's testing Alarmo.
Alarmo integration?
It turns your Switch into Alarmo.
Achievements would make, I understand achievements, but I'm trying to sit here and think, I think it's a product. Why would it be 2 gigs to do achievements?
I don't know.
Like there are games that are less than 2 gigs. Like I can't imagine that would be that. I think it's like a game of some kind. It's like some sort of trial game, maybe that has like some sort of, I don't know, interaction or something. I don't know. Maybe there are like maybe
it's not like enough people to like be like a stress test of any kind. It's only.
I presume it's Nintendo Switch Online related, right? Like that's the whole point.
That's what they said. A new feature for the Nintendo Switch Online service.
So I'm thinking it's got something to do with backwards compatible. Like it would be weird if, I guess it wouldn't be weird, but I think it'd be weird for Nintendo to do achievements only for Nintendo Switch Online games.
That would
not for like Switch games. Like, they don't do Switch games at all, but NSO games they do. Like you can get achievements in Ocarina of Time, but not Mario Wonder. Like what?
No, I don't think it would be that, but I could see them having achievements only be available for people who are Nintendo Switch Online subscribers.
Yeah, I could see that too. I guess maybe I'm too focused on the wording because I keep thinking that this is strictly for one of the NSO apps. It's either like a new console or a new thing, but it's strictly
like
virtual console NSO stuff. That makes sense.
Like playing online with other people. Like
I was wondering, what is the F-Zero game that everybody keeps like? There's like a rumors that we were getting like F-Zero, was it GX or whatever remastered or something? Maybe they are going to try to test flight something like that. I could see that being the thing. That would make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, there is an NDA. I can't see. I guarantee you, within seconds of that thing going live, we will know exactly what it is.
There's no way to enforce it.
Yeah, there's no way. People will just tell a friend and they'll get tweeted. There'll be screenshots. Reddit will have it within seconds. Guaranteed, without a doubt. So we'll wake up on the 21st and we'll know whatever it is, and then we'll probably know whenever it will come out. So I would hope, I wish it was like Miiverse. That would be like a Miiverse or Street Pass or something like that. That would be
really cool.
That'd be fun.
That would be awesome. That's what I was thinking.
I am so mad that I'm not taking part.
It's okay. You can still follow along.
I'm still mad.
October 26th to the 28th is Splatoween. Our topic of interest is if you were to jump into a fantasy world, what world would it be? Wizard?
Rebecca looks.
Knight?
She is pissed off.
She looks like she woke up via Alarmo this morning.
Yeah, she is upset about this shit.
So do you want to be a wizard, a knight, or a ninja?
Come on.
Wizard.
We're not on PSVG, so I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
Say it.
I'll be a ninja.
Wow. Wow. Just take the bait, Delvin. Be a free thinker.
No.
Don't be a sheep. I would go wizard as well.
Is that like
Which is cool.
I thought I'd be on the outside of that. I actually expected Rebecca to go ninja as well. I'm surprised we picked the same one.
Rebecca's a wizard.
Yeah. Gandalf and stuff.
witches
Yeah.
and stuff?
Yeah, witches.
Yeah.
The coven.
Are you doing simmering pots? Are you getting in the spirits? Doing seances and
I
whatnot?
do Pokemon Tarot now.
Nice.
That's
with
a thing?
Pokemon
Like it.
cards. Yes, this guy on TikTok started it, where you can pull Pokemon cards and read someone's tarot.
I'm trying to get my wife into like witch talk. I love that shit.
It's so cool.
Sexy as hell.
It's so cool.
So what happens if you put like a cube on for somebody? They're fucked, right?
Yeah, that means
your parents
that means, like,
dead.
yeah, your mom's gonna die.
You probably killed your mother. So. do you often wear her head?
Yeah, I keep playing like the witch talk stuff, and my wife's like, "Why do you keep doing?" I'm like, I need you to get the hint. Okay, like start doing some crystals and shit. Start hanging some stuff over the doors.
Yeah.
It's fun. I asked Josh if we could be witches, and he said yes.
Hey, Donnie,
Nice.
have you ever heard of Fashion Nova?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna sing you a link to some stuff.
Okay. What is that?
You'll see. Might want some
Okay.
stuff for your wife.
Okay. I got her, man. Like we went on our vacation that was ruined. On the way down there, we stopped at a store and then got like fishnets and like spook shirts and stuff. Like I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we were having fun.
I get it.
New releases coming out this month. I just wanted to highlight. Europa is out now. There's a free demo. I played that demo. That game is really cool. I want to play it, but as I've mentioned before, I have a mountain of games to get through first, but that's on my radar. Neva comes out, what is the 15th? Day after tomorrow.
I
so
need
Tuesday.
to score well for my fantasy critic. I'm trying to pull for third, guys.
Ooh, it's another one I really want to play. As the next day, on the 16th, Crow Country comes out. Another one I want to play. Mario Party Jamboree is out on the 17th. It's already installed on my Switch. I'm looking forward to checking that out next week. TNT Mutants Unleashed comes out on the 18th.
Hope it's good.
Killing Time Resurrected from Night Dive comes out on the same day. Also on the 18th, Retro Realms Arcade with the Halloween and Evil Dead game comes out on the 18th. I've yet to get a shipping notification for my collector's edition of that. I'm now questioning whether it's going to make it by release day. Probably not. And the Sonic Shadow Generations crossover comes out on the 25th. So lots of games coming out in the next 10 days or so.
Yeah, a ton. A lot of horror games too. I'm excited.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Aspire is bringing Tomb Raiders 4 through 6. That would be Last Revelation, Chronicles, and Angel of Darkness, remastered February 14th for $27.
That's not a bad price.
Also, yeah, it was. I was like, that okay. Aspire has also announced Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles Remastered, heading to Switch January. Apparently, that is that game's 25-year anniversary.
That's a fun game.
I've never played it. I saw it. I thought the same thing. I was like, that looks fun. And then I looked it up, and apparently that game had some of the worst reviews of a Star Wars game ever. Like several outlets giving it like a 2s and 3s and stuff. It kind of made me want to play it even more.
Yeah, I played it when it came out. It's a fun, dumb Star Wars game. It's not nowhere near as bad as people say it out to be. It's
I
fun.
might get that one on sale. Of course, I don't give Aspire full money anymore. You set yourself up.
Nor should you.
Yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
Yakuza Kiwami is getting a physical release, a partnership with Limited Run Games. So if you don't want to buy, it's gonna be physical. It's gonna be digital out of the gate. But if you want to wait on a physical, that's coming. Side-scrolling beat 'em up in the franchisor Terrifier is coming, dubbed Terrifier, the arcade game, coming for 2025.
The art style looks weird.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, it looks really weird.
I thought it looked good.
It looks okay. It just looks weird.
I'm surprised it's not in that Retro Realms thing.
That's what I thought it would be, like something like that.
Me too. I thought that's the whole point, is that they would like keep building out with like other franchises.
Yeah.
Dude, this seems to be all the rage all of a sudden. Let's make pixel art beat 'em up platformer games of old horror icons.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting.
Well, of all kind of like 80s and 90s properties, I think the Ninja Turtles one did so well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they like, hey, let's see how far we can go with this. How far, because there's the Power Rangers one coming out soon. There's G.I. Joe one that's out now. They're like, hey, let's see how far we can push this and milk this. Plus, they're probably very cheap to make.
And then I just want to shout out a piece of remembrance here. The new 3DS launched in Japan 10 years ago this week on October 11th, 2014.
Wow.
Feels so long ago when you read it out like that. It doesn't feel like it should be that long, but man, it arrived in the US in February. That's my Nintendo 3DS, the one with faceplates. My favorite one, the one I think is the best. I still collect faceplates. I've got more coming. I think this week I bought a bunch from like Temu. These cheap faceplates that I'm going to throw on. I got some Sun and Moon faceplates. I'm like stoked to see if they're any good. But yeah, shout out to the OG. I love that 3DS from the moment I saw it. Big fan. And that's the news.
That was a lot.
Full week.
I'm not used to having a lot of news like that.
It's been slow for a while. It'll pick up soon.
Yeah.
Once that Switch 2 thing gets going. Wait for that hype train.
Donnie, are you getting Mario Party this week?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's one of my voucher games. I think it's my last voucher game. It's already installed. Pre-installed.
Yeah, same.
Can I play that on my Lite?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had to have the Joy-Con or like I was there thinking, I was like, I guess I can play solo, right? Just play against the computer.
I think so.
And do you think it'll have like the mini games you can play separately?
I think so.
Okay.
Don't
So
they always?
I installed it on both my systems. I think so, but like I only really remember the last one. Like the compilation game that had like all of the Mario Party stuff and all the games and stuff. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So I look forward to that very much.
Oh, they're mad that we didn't talk about F-Zero Climax and F-Zero GP Legend being added to Switch Online.
Stay mad.
Look here. There's a lot of climaxes I'm going to be talking about. None of them will be F-Zero. F-Zero is not one of them.
Some mini games in Mario Party require motion, but most have button options. is what they're telling us.
Oh.
A tale of two tweets. There we go.
All right. Are you ready for the questions from the listeners?
People that are interested in F-Zero Climax or people are going to get Alarmo.
Probably.
Is the Venn diagram for that a circle?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. Big Drew #1 fan asks us.
You wouldn't get it, Rebecca. PSVG lore.
Yes.
Which Nintendo character would be the best stand-up comic and why?
Oh, I should have mentioned when I asked for questions, everybody had to give us a spooky game recommendation that they liked on Switch. So his was Metroid Dread.
That is a good spooky game recommendation.
Yeah. He was talking about the Emmy bots and stuff.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Best stand-up comic. Luigi.
That was the first thing that came to mind. So that's literally what was on my mind.
Yeah, Luigi probably would be funny. I feel like Wario would be terrible.
Wario would think he's the funniest, but he would not be the funniest.
He'd be like a shock comic, saying just shit and like, yo, just shut up. Get off the stage.
I could see Luigi up there with like a cigarette, just bad mouthing the shit out of everybody
else. Gotta be a cigar.
He's like, he's sitting there. He's like, let me tell you, anybody out there got a big brother? Let me tell you what it's like being the brother in the shadows, okay? Like, this motherfucker thinks everything's his. He gets all the tree, gets the girl.
Well, I think of him because isn't there that one mini game in some game where he's like the casino, like blackjack dealer or something? And I just kind of see him as like that kind of scene.
I could see it.
I feel like Wario will pull a Kramer.
Oh no. Why do you always go to this? Always.
That's funny. You know he would.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anybody better than Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi's great. He would be. Be a great comedian.
Ryan asks, my favorite scary games on Switch are all the Resident Evil games.
Nice.
I love having so many of my favorite childhood classics on the go with me at all times. He says, my question is, do you think we'll see cloud Resident Evil games come to the Switch too?
Yes.
I think so.
I think a lot of those games that are on the cloud will be ported to Switch too.
Yeah, Capcom's really good about porting their games. I mean, that's why we have all of the OGs on Switch already. So I imagine they'll keep up with that business.
Could the Switch playtest have to do with like cloud gaming?
Yeah, it could.
That
Definitely could. Like I wouldn't necessarily expect it, but like I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, here's a cloud gaming thing for Nintendo Switch Online members.
And they all play Elden Ring via the cloud on the 21st.
I am 100% expecting all these people that like mad dashed and clicked to do this to be disappointed when they find out whatever it is. Like,
I am too. I hope so.
It's going to be something boring. Like you all play Mario Kart 8 together.
It's like
and it doesn't
keyboard and mouse
different.
controls or some bullshit. You know, like it's going to be something that people are like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, that's why they don't want to tell you what it is.
It's going to be Mario Paint added to NSO. People are like, what the fuck?
I just played that for the first time yesterday. Actually, it was horrible.
I'm telling you, like that's when the news was announced, I was like, this is not it. This is not what you people think it's going to be. Prepare for disappointment.
Our next question is from Kyle the Pug.
Fuck you, Kyle the Pug.
There
I like that one. Said it very aggressively.
If you had to create your own horror game, what would the story and plot be? As for the spooky game recommendation, I'm going with a top 5 Switch game at the very least, Luigi's Mansion 3.
It's a popular pick.
Good one.
All right, Rebecca, you make your own horror game.
Wait, why do I have to go first? I haven't thought about it yet.
That's why. Just throw you off guard.
Majora's Mask 2.
Yeah.
I just want them somebody to make a really good Nightmare on Elm Street game. That's what I want.
Okay.
Who can make a good one? I feel like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that's out now, people like a lot. I see a lot of people playing that game.
Okay, here's my pitch.
Okay.
Supermassive Games tackles Nightmare on Elm Street, where you're introduced to 5 school kids. And every episode of the 5-episode series is every kid falls asleep and has to survive the nightmare with Freddy.
Ooh, I like that.
And it's a decision-based narrative adventure game like
That literally sounds like something they would make.
That sounds great.
Like Nightmare on Elm Street Until Dawn makes a lot of sense.
I like that. That's a good one.
It's probably the easiest way to pull that off. Because if you gamify it, I think it's just kind of silly and dumb. Like if you want to make a silly and dumb game, like if you want to have Freddy running around slicing everybody up like the Halloween game, like that's cool. But if you want to make a Nightmare on Elm Street game that's true to the franchise, doing it that Until Dawn way probably is I feel like maybe the only way to do it.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Because so many things you can do with that formula with that game. Yeah, that would be really cool. I like that.
And if it was like dreamy, like if it was nightmares, you could play with like, is this really happening? Is it not happening? Like what's real, what's not? You know, as you make decisions, like I'm like, what if your decisions affected others' dreams?
Yeah.
Like what Nancy did affects, you know, the other guys and stuff. That'd be cool.
And then episode 5, you do the Dream Warriors thing. Everybody gets together.
Yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be very good. I've always wanted a Child's Play game. Chucky just screams video game to me, but we've never done it. We've never done it very well at all.
We haven't had any Child's Play game?
No, there's been a couple, and I think they're all terrible. They added Chucky to Roblox. That was like one thing they did.
No, I wouldn't play that.
I'm really hoping that the Retro Realms gets in on that. That they've got Evil Dead and Halloween, and like Chucky, like a little Chucky side-scrolling slasher thing, beat 'em up. That's good. They should do that.
That sounds good. I like that.
Yep.
G-Man asks us, favorite Nintendo game that has a Halloween theme level or stage that you like? And he says, since we didn't have a Nintendo Direct in September, do you think we might get a different schedule for Directs now?
It's good. Immediately coming to mind, I love trick-or-treating Animal Crossing. That's great. It's like my favorite thing about it. Twisted Mansion Mario Kart is great. And then there's a million like Haunted Mansions in Mario, but the best one was in Odyssey. I mean, not Odyssey. No. Galaxy. Galaxy's Haunted Mansion is like GOAT. It's awesome. Like I would love an entire game like that. Super fun.
I like Threed in Earthbound, Lavender Town in Pokemon.
Oh yeah, good pull.
Lavender Town's great.
Yeah, it's the best.
Animal Crossing, as you said.
Elemental Hero, we have talked about the leaks. Just scroll back about 20 minutes.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. I don't know what else.
Got anything, Delvin?
I was thinking, I kind of took what I was going to say. I guess I'll go to what the Haunted Mansions on like Super Mario World and stuff like that.
Yeah, all the Boo Mansions and stuff are great.
It's not Halloween, but fall. I like Maple Treeway in Mario Kart.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like that too. The Galaxy level's got like pumpkins out and stuff. You can run around. I mean, it's very good. It's great for like the spirit, like getting in the spirit of it. It's very Halloween, not horror, but Halloween. You know, I like that.
What was that horror Halloween game you was like? Was it Jumpin' Jack?
Pumpkin Jack, which I installed on my Ally yesterday. I love Pumpkin Jack.
There you go. That's a good one for people to go try.
Pumpkin Jack is a great, again, trick-or-treat Halloween inspired game, not horror game. A lot of people just play horror games on Halloween, which makes sense. But if you're looking to something to get into the spirit of Halloween, like Pumpkin Jack is an incredible option to get in. Like it's really great. It's got all the nostalgia, all the tropes, all the cliches that go with it. It's a really fun game. You can usually pick it up really cheap. Limited Run just announced they're doing a physical. I was gonna get it, but I think it's like $50. I am not spending that much on Pumpkin Jack. I don't suggest you do so either. I'm sure it'll go on sale before Halloween. If you can pick up Pumpkin Jack for less than $15, you're gonna have a great time.
I was just at Limited Run last weekend.
Oh, the physical store?
Mm-hmm.
If you ever go in the future and they have a copy of Pumpkin Jack that's not $50, like I'll buy it from you.
It's going to be whatever price it is online.
Oh, then I'm not spending $50 on Pumpkin Jack. It's way too much for Pumpkin Jack. It's just a great like $20 game. It's an old school game. It reminds you of like medieval, like Crash, like stuff like that. It's like an old school platformer. It's really nice. I like it a lot.
There was a game. I don't know if it came on Nintendo platform, but it was like a Halloween game where you were these kids and you have to go save your brother or sister who gets kidnapped. I can't remember the name of the game, but it was really good. It's a Halloween themed game.
And nothing comes to mind. I need more.
Is it Costume Quest?
Yes, Costume Quest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think there's like 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah, those are really good.
Yeah. G-Man also wanted us to answer what do we think about a different schedule for directs from now on. I think they'll still have September directs in the future. I think this is just kind of a weird period with like ending up the Switch's lifespan. They didn't really have enough to fill a whole direct.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to change their entire marketing strategy because it's like the reason that they do it, they hit their beats when they do is because of like consumer habits. But I mean, I kind of love it. I kind of wish they would. That would be great if they like just threw everybody a curveball. Like, you know, the September direct is now August, and the you know, like they just kind of change it up. That'd be nice because we have gotten to the point now where everybody's expecting it every time, and you know, all of the tweets and the YouTube videos get made like at the same time. You know, every year it'd be kind of cool to throw everybody a loop, just to remind people that they're not so predictable.
Y'all, and I got some bad news for you. I've seen the Messenger several times in Best Buy in their limited runs game section. It is not there no more because that Best Buy does not have any games.
Yeah, they're turning all that stuff off.
Yeah.
Toxta asks us, what's up with the online test situation? Are they bringing back
Toxtra?
Toxtra?
Doesn't matter.
Asks us, what's up with the online test situation? Are they bringing back We Speak? Their spooky game recommendations are Night Slashers and Dead Space Extraction on the Wii.
Love it. Great pools. I picked Night Slashers. That was one of the games about last week on sale. It was $5. I've never played it.
Let me look this one up.
It's a horror themed like Streets of Rage. Ooh. Apparently, I've never played it. Some remake from some Genesis game or something. I don't know. Toxtra, yeah, that's Todd Oxtra, our good pal.
Yes.
We Speak would be hilarious, but obviously it's not going to be that because that's hardware. You'd have to have like some sort of
We Speak
plug-in, or they could do it on the phone. Could you imagine? They're like, all right, we've included the game. Now everybody pull your phone out. Oh man, I love the idea of them doing like, what if it's Wii games? What if you download the thing and it's like Wii games on the thing and you pull your Joy-Con off and it's like Wii emulation?
That's crazy.
That could totally work. There's no extra hardware needed. They're like, yeah, it's like it's Galaxy. What are they? Twilight Princess. Oh man,
what is it that they only need?
Princess, but it's the Wii version. You gotta play with. Motion control. Oh, I want them to do it now. This is what I want to happen.
No, you don't.
I'm rooting for it. Does. Do it.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah. Everybody's like, give us Twilight Princess HD. They're like, you will get the Wii version and you will like it.
I don't like
Wow.
it. I don't like any of this.
Nobody does. Rebecca, they're making fucking alarm clocks.
Yeah.
This is the Nintendo that we know and love.
This is the way.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Crawler asks us, he says, Luigi's Mansion 3 is my favorite spooky game to play. Yes, would you play a ranch manager or farming sim Hyrule game in the style of Echoes of Wisdom? Hyrule Ranch looks so cozy in the game. I feel like Nintendo could sell that game really well. Yes.
I'd try it for sure. Zelda's a great way of getting me in the door to do anything.
I'll try it. Why not?
One thing I didn't say that I wanted to, I posted in our Discord about Echoes of Wisdom, is there is a way to take this formula that they've developed and make like what I would think would be the most fucking awesome Pokemon game ever. Like, I kind of love it. Do you see that you're running around the world and you're capturing Pokemon as echoes and you can throw them out?
It's basically a Pokemon game. Yeah.
And they can, like it's like the more and more I play it, the game is so strategic in that way. And you have different elemental things and they're like pros and weaknesses to each. Oh man, that would be great. And you could add and they could even keep you could add some of the platforming and like the dungeoning and stuff. Like, man, there's something there. I would love to see it. But a farm sim, I could see it. Like if it was like, I think less farm sim, I think more like Animal Crossing, but like Hyrule.
Yeah.
I would love for something like that.
Like ranching.
Yeah.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you had imagine doing that and you have social events.
That'd be
your
cool.
Friends can come. Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. There's something there.
I would love it. I want some kind of Pokemon game like that too. Kate says, I'm not really into horror games, but I liked Limbo a lot, if that counts. It absolutely does, Kate. Absolutely. Sure. My question, if you could have any game featured on Alarmo, which one would you pick and why?
Call of Duty.
Stop.
Yeah, I like it.
I want Metroid, where if you don't wake up, it plays the escape theme, like the dun 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 dun. It's super anxiety inducing.
Are they gonna do the Guardian music?
Yes.
Yes. The Sonic music when Sonic starts drowning.
It's scary. Metroid Dread, where the Emmys start chasing you.
There you go. Halo. Gotta have that Halo music in the beginning.
Dun, 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 dun. I mean, that's a pretty epic way to wake up.
Just start waking up. You start off with the slow part of it. Like you're rising from the grave, like you're Jesus of Nazareth. You just get into the action part as the theme song goes on.
Starts donning armor for no reason. Okay, here's my pitch. It's the alarm music from Metal Gear Solid. So like you get spotted, it goes dun dun dun, and then as it counts down, it gets louder. And then when you don't wake up, you don't get out of bed, you die, and you get the bullets. Snake, snake.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
That's the one to do.
Oh
there
my
it is.
God, this is definitely for single people because could you imagine like living with somebody who has this?
My second one was going to be the TikTok, the alarm clock TikTok guy. Have you seen that? Oh, damn it. Same shit, different day.
I have not seen that, but now I need to. Oh boy. All right. This is also an Alarmo related question. Jay asks us, with Nintendo requiring NSO to pre-order it.
So stupid.
This is a good question though. Do you see them doing the same for pre-ordering the next Switch? Wow, good question.
No.
He says, I haven't played any scary games on the Switch, but you can't go wrong with Resident Evil 4. That game was amazing on the Wii.
Agreed. That is my favorite way to play
It's on the
Resident Evil 4.
Switch, right?
It is, but not the Wii version.
Yes.
Oh, whatever. That would be a very interesting way to combat scalpers. I would not be opposed to that.
Japan, Sony did that in Japan for the PlayStation 5 Pros. You had to be not only did you have to be a member, you had to have like a certain amount of, you had to be active like within the last month or something.
I think that's a good way to do like the first wave of them.
I don't think they're going to, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't expect that they'll do that. I think this is a cheap ploy of trying to sell alarm clocks. I think they're like trying to make you feel like special for having like, hey, if you're an NSO member, you get early access. Like for something like the Switch 2, they're not going to do that. They're going to just put that because it's going to sell out no matter what. So, but you're right. I mean, it would be something to stop the scalpers, but Nintendo Switch Online's $20. They would just pay the $20 and
no, but you have to be it before, right
Sure.
now.
How did that work for the controllers? Like they all sold out and you couldn't get them either. You can't now, but like you remember when the Super Nintendo and the NES controllers went and they were NSO only and they all sold out and you couldn't buy them? Like
yeah, but for this playtest thing, they said you have to be a Switch Online member before before this tweet was posted.
Sure.
So they could do that for.
Yeah, they could. Wouldn't hate them for it, I guess.
Yeah. Good question.
No,
go ahead.
I got like a year, 6 months or something of NSO for my light came in the box. So I have NSO until like it's like almost as long as Game Pass now. It's like 2027 or 8 or something. I'm like, oh man.
You better hope it transfers over to the next Switch.
Well, they just do Nintendo Switch Online 2 or something.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
They won't do that. It'll be the same service.
But
They're
could
not
you
gonna
imagine?
I could. Yeah, no, I could. It'd be Alarmo 2. You get the new alarm clock. Now it charges your phone. They heard the podcast. They're like,
it also comes with a power block. Tom asks us, Trick or Treat Night always seemed to be especially chilly night for you. Whenever I played Mario 64, Big Boo's Haunt always seemed to trigger a nostalgic feeling of those nights. Are there any parts of a game that bring up feelings or memories of Halloween for you? Oxenfree, because I played it on Halloween night the first time I played it.
Oh wow, we've talked about this occasionally over the years. Halloween night for me is not something I particularly like tie to video games because as a child I was always out. Right, the night resembled like chaos, anarchy, and freedom. I could dress up and just go out, and I would stay out all hours of the night. My kids have never really had that experience. I think it was like a '90s thing, But like I literally would stay out till like 1 or 2 in the morning most years. So. I don't really associate anything with video games outside of just that Halloween, spirit, which, like I said, is something like Pumpkin Jack has. But like when I think about like Resident Evils and Clock Towers and all the spooky games that I played, they all come out in the middle of the summer. They come out in the spring. It wasn't like something ever really attached to Halloween.
Yeah. I usually just play scary games around that time anyway. But I don't think there's a game I like attack. Maybe Until Dawn, probably.
Let's go on.
I feel like I'll play that one around that time. Until Dawn, maybe the Telltale Walking Dead games a lot. But, that's probably what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's it for me. I don't really have anything else. I wish I had more. Okay, our last question. John 32 asked, or he said, wait, is this his spooky game recommendation?
Yep.
Doki Doki Literature Club? Is that for real?
Yes.
I've never played it. I don't know.
I've never played that.
Neither one of you heard of Doki Literature
I know.
Club?
I've heard of it. I never played it.
I didn't know it was a Halloween type of game.
I don't want to spoil the game, but play the game and you'll see why that game is on the list.
I want to play it. I heard it's really good.
Isn't that like what the Imeo thing is like kind of about?
No.
Not the same. Not the same.
Okay. Gotcha.
His question for the show: does Echoes of Wisdom crack your top 5 Zelda games of all time?
So
Donnie assigned us homework.
I thought this would be fun to do our top 10 Zeldas. I don't think we've ever done it. I think Jason and I talked about it for years, but I don't think we've actually ever done it. And I was like, this would be a good time to do it. Let's just do that.
Donnie, I need to tell you that when you gave me this homework assignment, I decided to rank my top 10 Zeldas on stream.
Okay.
It took me an hour.
Really? I did mine in like 4 minutes. I didn't put a whole lot. I feel like mine are pretty, like I'm pretty cemented on mine. And I'm sure you're not going to like it. But
you're not going to like mine.
Everybody's going to hate mine, so it's fine.
So what do you want to do? Do you just want to do this like one at a time, or do you want to do round robin? How do you want to do it?
I think we should go one person at a time because I'll forget what you said if you don't.
Okay.
I'll go,
read. Okay.
I'll go first because mine's probably going to be the worst. I'll let you know, disclaimer right now, so people don't get mad. Echoes is not on there because I'm still playing it. I'm still enjoying it. I didn't put that one on there. And Breath of the Wild is not on there because I don't think I would fairly be able to judge the game. So until I play it again, then I'll add it to the list.
Nice. I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay. So my number 10 is Link's Awakening, The Legend of Zelda 2. The original NES one. My number 9 is Hyrule Warriors.
Nice.
I didn't include any spinoffs.
I didn't think you would. I thought you were going to hate me for that because Hyrule Warriors is definitely on my list.
Yes. My number 8 is Skyward Sword.
Okay.
Number 7, Majora's Mask. Number 6, Twilight Princess. Number 5, Original Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 4, well, I can explain number 5 to you.
You're supposed to just say, Delvin, you look pretty and be happy about it, Rebecca.
Thank you, Donnie. That's correct. That is correct. Thank you, Donnie.
How dare you?
That is correct. Thank you, Donnie. I'm glad you brought it back. Thank you. I am hurt.
As I get shit for being honest.
Yes. Number 4, Wind Waker. Number 3, Ocarina of Time. Number 2, Tears of the Kingdom. And number 1, Link to the Past.
Nice. Good list.
Thank you.
I thought you said Tears of the Kingdom wasn't on yours.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay.
So when we get switched to Breath of the Wild 4K 60, I want Delvin to
Wait,
go
what
back
was
and
your
tell me where it's
number
at.
1?
Link to the Past.
Oh, excellent. Love that.
My list, starting at 10, Skyward Sword. 9, Twilight Princess. 8, A Link Between Worlds. 7, Hyrule Warriors. 6, A Link to the Past. 5, Tears of the Kingdom. 4, John 32, Echoes of Wisdom. 3, Ocarina of Time. 2, Breath of the Wild. And 1, Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker.
I'm seeing a trend here.
What's the trend that you're seeing?
Well, I want you to give your list first, Rebecca.
Okay.
Then I'll see if it's.
Were you going to say something, Donnie?
No, I was just my list. I think is going to be heavily skewed towards 3D Zeldas. Like I've always said, I'm a 3D Zelda guy, a 2D Mario guy at heart.
I think my list is skewed towards 2D Zelda. Now, my disclaimer is that my list can change every week. If you ask me to do this again next week, it might be totally different.
I would also point out that having grown up without Game Boy, DS, GBA, so like that's probably my weakest spot in the stuff. Is
and that's what I was thinking of too.
As much affinity for the Oracle games.
That's why the original Zelda games on there for me, because 1, I haven't played a lot of these games.
Yeah.
2, the original Zelda is the one I grew up with. That's the one that got me into Zelda. That's the one I'm nostalgic for. I remember the rush of the gold disc and how the gold cartridge and how people was hyped for it and how it was just so unique. And I remember that era of Zelda. So that's one's sentimental.
Yeah, that to me, that's awkward. That's awkward in time. Is that for me?
See, and that's what I was thinking. I think everybody has those choices in here that are very sentimental to them because this is the one. Not it don't necessarily have to be the best, but this is the one that meant the most to them at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Favorites, yeah, definitely. Yeah. This is not the definitive. That's why we're all giving our own. All right, Rebecca, let's go.
My number 10 is Twilight Princess. My number 9 is Oracle of Ages. Number 8 is Oracle of Seasons. Number 7 is Tears of the Kingdom. And if I'm able to combine that with Breath of the Wild into one game.
That is 100% cheating.
Okay, then I won't.
100% cheating.
Number 6 is Majora's Mask. Number 5 is Echoes of Wisdom.
Wow, close.
Now, my number 2, 3, and 4, I switched the order of these about 6 different times. So I settled with number 4, Ocarina of Time. Number 3, Wind Waker. Number 2, Minish Cap. And number 1, A Link to the Past.
Nice.
Like it.
That's always going to be my number 1. Everything else might change, but that will remain consistent.
See, some of those games, a good few of those games you have on your list I didn't play.
Yeah.
That's
Minish Cap, probably, right?
Yeah, that's the main one I didn't play.
Yeah.
I've played it a couple times. I've never finished it. I've always played it. I play it for a couple hours and get distracted and never finish it.
You should play it. It's very good.
I've restarted that game like 5 times.
It's no longer than Echoes of Wisdom.
It's taken me 2 or 3 weeks to play Echoes of Wisdom. Like I am amassing a backlog as I play Echoes of Wisdom the whole time. I just keep thinking of all these other games I'm not playing.
Yeah, I get it.
But I mean, I've said it before. I've said it to PSVG. I am enthralled by Echoes of Wisdom. Like I love it. I'm flying around. I mean, like in the sky and shit now. Like it's a blast. Absolutely adore it.
I appreciate how Yarden went from Fire Delvin to Fire Rebecca.
He's really upset that I didn't put Breath of the Wild on, and I almost did, but that meant I had to get rid of either Twilight Princess or one of the Oracle games, and I didn't know what to do.
Hey, that's your list is your list.
Yeah, your list your list. You can't tell you what you like.
The only ones that I was very adamant about leaving off of the top 10 were A Link Between Worlds, Link's Awakening, and the 2 NES ones.
Yeah, the NES ones can go, and so can Link's Awakening.
I have not played in its entirety Four Swords Adventures or the DS games. So I didn't include those. My
honorable mentions in order. So like 10 was Skyward Sword. I was expecting Rebecca to be like Hyrule Warriors doesn't count.
I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't count.
So like my honorable mentions in order would be Triforce Heroes, Spirit Tracks, Age of Calamity, and then Majora's Mask.
See.
Majora's Mask gets an honorable mention
at
with
14.
Triforce Heroes.
Yeah, no, it's below that. It's Donnie, even below that. It's a
Donnie hates Majora's Mask.
I hate that game.
He hates it.
I mean, but the sad part is, love its imagery, love the style, love the assets and the costume, like love the vibe. Majora's Mask, the vibe, goat. It's the best. Actually playing it and trying to line up all these stupid time, like I can't stand it. Fucking reset time, like I hate this.
Wow.
Can I turn this mechanic off?
One of my friends who was watching me rank them yesterday posted what I ranked them, I guess, years ago, because I don't even remember doing this. I did A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, the Minish Cap, Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, both of the Oracles, Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess.
Well, at least Twilight Princess is in the same spot.
Yeah. I appreciate that Breath of the Wild went from number 3 to not mentioned
all the way down, just plummeted off the list all the way off.
Went from top 3 not mentioned at all.
For a while, for like maybe 2.5 years after Breath of the Wild, Breath of the Wild supplanted Wind Waker for me. Like in the hype that was Breath of the Wild, in that moment I was like, this is my favorite.
That was me. That was me. It was top 3.
Over time, I'm like, no, I still do love Wind Waker. Like Wind Waker is my favorite. And then Breath of the Wild. But for me, it's still 2. Like Breath
I have
of the Wild
a very internal struggle with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I don't like what those games have done to me.
I did not realize that this assignment would have caused you so much inner turmoil. Like
it did.
You're really tormented over this.
It is, yes.
Yeah, it happens.
I can't wait to play Breath of the Wild on Switch 2. They're gonna have all this new shit, and they'll be like, Mario, and the moment they're like, and you can play Breath of the Wild, I'm dropping everything to do just that.
It's gonna be a fun ride.
Maybe I'm
kind of excited for it.
Well, that's our last question.
Josh says it's hard to separate Tears of the Not for me. I separated them from 2 to 5.
Yeah. There you go.
I love Tears. I do love Tears of the Kingdom. I say a lot of things. Maybe it sounds like I don't. I love it. It's a top 5 Zelda game for me. I just don't like it as more than Breath of the Wild. That's
two different games.
Very, very different game. Like that whole attaching, gluing shit together, connected set, stuff really makes playing that game differently.
I was digging that.
Yeah, I think that's where the divide for me and most people were. The people that love that would be like, this game's way better than Breath of the Wild.
For me, it's I feel like Breath of the Wild was a better experience playing the game, but I just can't ignore how much I love the depths and the dungeons better.
Sure.
The dungeons are miles better.
Yeah, without question. So is the story. Like the story just is way better than Breath of the Wild's story.
I think so.
But I loved Breath of the Wild's world building, like that first time being there, and just like I feel like there's I feel like it gains a lot with its simplicity. Mm-hmm. Like when you look back at both of them in hindsight, and you have both of these things, Breath of the Wild is so much more concise and simple, and it's not juggling so much. And I feel like a lot of Tears of the Kingdom feels like we've added some stuff to make it not feel the same.
I just hate the divine beasts. They're so boring.
I will find out when I get there. When I try it again.
We're gonna play it. We're gonna play it together.
That's not a bad idea. We probably will.
It's gonna be glorious, Delvin. We're gonna have a great time.
We should.
I love it. Return to Hyrule again. We did this several years ago. We had a whole Shack Return to Hyrule. We're gonna do it again.
I would do it.
If the performance gets ironed out, I mean, man, what a special. I mean, it's just a very special moment for me. I think.
I think it'll be really cool this time to try that because I have you guys to lean on and tell me like, hey, maybe you want to do this. Mm-hmm. Plus, I have the experience from Tears of the Kingdom, which
you'll have that experience, and that was the experience of playing it the first time. Is we were all sharing different things. It was like not just discoverability in game, but discoverability like amongst your peers. Mm-hmm. Like I went in one direction and somebody went in a different direction. I remember Bobby being like, I went this way and I played it completely.
It was a moment. It was a moment.
When I think of Breath of the Wild, that's what I think of. Mm-hmm. I don't think of the Divine Beast. I don't think of the 25 frames in the floor. Like those aren't, I'm thinking about these stories and like the time, them like playing it, the experience, the feeling playing the game.
Yeah.
It was like nothing else at the time. I wish Tears of the Kingdom did like its own world. Like it just felt a little bit too samey for me, like in that world experience.
If it was like kind of set like more to the west of Hyrule or something.
Yeah, like if it wasn't kind of like, such a direct sequel.
Yeah.
And they did a lot. Like I love the sky and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. There's something, I don't know. It's almost unexplainable. There's like something just in my head, something magical about it.
Yeah.
Like getting off the plateau and dropping down, can't beat it. Running out the expectation, the waiting, the anticipation for that game. I waited a decade for this fucking game. Like we waited forever. I saw this thing on Wii U, but not only did we wait that long, but then it nailed it. It landed the plane, like to have it pay off and make it worth it. I don't know.
It was special. Very special. It was. All right, I think that's it.
We did it.
We did it.
We made it.
Good stuff.
Fun show.
Gonna be a good amount to talk about next week too.
Yeah, Mario Party. Excited.
Mm-hmm. We should get some Shack Mario Party rounds going.
I'm open. Yeah, if you guys want to try to hop in Friday or Saturday before the show, I'm happy to give that a try. If anybody if any crew in the Discord wants to get together and try it, I'll try. Sure. I'm here for it. If not, I'll try to rope my family into playing with me a little bit.
Sounds good. We will see you next week, Koopalings. Have a good week. And stay safe. See you next time.
My dumb ass was about to wave to the camera, not realizing my camera doesn't work. Like I normally do. Like an idiot. Rebecca started to end it. I started lifting my hand and everything. I'm like, they can't even see you, freaking moron.
It's in spirit. We know you're waving. All right. See you next time.
Whenever you're ready.
All right.
Peace.
This is Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening. And I forgot the line already. What?